And so should divorced women get a share of the husband's property that's been acquired before marriage? That's the question we're asking tonight. You can also take part in this debate via our second screen app on your iOS or Android devices and vote on the questions that you'd like to ask the panel this evening. Well, joining us tonight, we have the Director for Centre for Social Research, Ranjana Kumari, who knows a lot on this subject. We have senior lawyer Kirti Singh joining us as well. We have actor Kabir Bedi joining us from Mumbai tonight, and Atit Rajpara, the President of the Men's Rights Association, joining us this evening from Pune. Yes, there is a Men's Rights Association. Okay, let me ask Ranjana Kumari first. Why isn't alimony enough? Why should women get property that their husbands acquired before marriage or property that belongs to their families?
Well, Nidhi, alimony is always pittance because it will be established by the court. In most of the cases nowadays, people have become smart. They will disinherit the son. He will show that he has lost his job. He has no income, and in fact, if it is an earning woman, then they would try to always show to the court that the woman is making more money than the husband himself is making. So that's one issue, that how
it's
much
manipulated.
It's
the system is
absolute manipulation all the way. And secondly, even after court has decided, in many cases, people have just turned their back. They have not paid, and nothing has happened because the woman will have to go to the court back again to get it from the court established again, and kind of whatever punishment. So there hardly anybody who has not paid alimony has been punished by the court. Hardly. Now Kirti is on the program, I'm sure she will add on to this. Thirdly, it's important that in marriage, globally in marriage, we have been talking about decades in women's movement about women's right to matrimonial property. Because after having set up the house, and people are absolutely misinterpreting by saying that one night marriage, one day marriage, it is only in the eventuality of divorce. Let's be very clear about that. When divorce takes place, then the woman will claim her right to the property, and it is in the residential property that she gets 50% of the residence. Right. And it's already there in the domestic violence law, where you cannot drive the woman out of the home. You have to give her living right in the residence that you have. So already partly it has been already approved by the parliament. So I don't understand what is this hoo-ha about.
But Kabir Bedi, I think the question is, one is of course what when you're married to someone for an X number of years, the property that the two of you acquire together, that being split between the two of you. But do you believe it's necessarily fair that property that the husband acquired before he got married to her, or property that belongs to his family that he may inherit later, that is fair, and that necessarily to the man?
Nidhi, my point of view is very simple here, that the central issue here is respect and equity and justice for women. If that is the basic objective, then we have to look at the law in that context. Now, I agree with what the previous speaker said, that this is a very progressive piece of legislation, because the majority of India, which is, let's say, people in the rural areas where land is the issue, they never show the land in the name of the younger married people. It is always in the name of the parents. It's always hidden. If there's the slightest whiff of a problem or divorce, things are changed. It's a question of how you get justice for women. Now, I also make the point here that obviously if a woman marries a Maharaja who owns 20 palaces and 1 year later leaves him, she can't own half his property. There has to be a proportionality between the claim that a woman has on a man's property, marital, during marriage and ancestral, depending on the length of time she spent together in the marriage, and also depending on, in case of divorce, what are the needs of the custodial parent. I think to address that, the new law, which is the Marriage Law Amendment Bill draft, is a very progressive piece of legislation, especially in a country like India, because if people felt that by throwing out the woman they're going to lose land, they will not throw out the woman. They will do anything to save their land. They love their land. The same thing in the cities, where people have businesses or people have assets. If they realize they're going to lose that, which includes the inherited and inheritable part of their inheritance, they will treat women with far more respect. And the central issue here is women's respect. So I support it.